What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 2. So, the last thing we have to do inside here before we start our ME3 journey is going to be to go take care of the Arrival DLC. But before we do that, we are going to have some people to chit-chat to. We have some more Legion dialogue that we didn't get a chance to finish off, which is unfortunate that you get Legion so late, right? Because you usually don't have enough missions left over to get all of his dialogues unless you do the DLCs later, so we might not end up getting all Legion's dialogues, but we'll get some.
You came for us. I knew you would. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. I just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating. It's oozing into every pore. Faint sobs echoing the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Yeah, you gotta imagine it's a traumatic experience, right? Getting yanked up by the Collectors like that. It's not like she's a soldier, she's a therapist, and she got kidnapped.
Yeah, the Commander really pulled through.
Aye, aye. Lots of human colonies are happy and safe on the border of the systems now. You got any commentary, Joker?
Hey, Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right?
Almost definitely not.
It's never over.
Yeah.
I assume everything is going well up here?
The Pierre de Resistance is just starting, actually.
Slack in every department. I could get used to this kind of help.
It is not my intention to assume all of your responsibilities, Jeff.
No, I'm good. Just keep me updated. Quietly.
EDI isn't a crutch. I want your eyes on everything.
You gotta stay sharp, Joko. We're gonna have some big
Commander.
ships to shoot at real soon.
I believe covering your eyes would be counter to Shepard's intention.
Human intentions are tough to read, Edie. But keep trying, you'll get the hang of it.
Joker.
All right.
That's it for now.
Don't teach the ship to be lazy, Joker. We need ED very functional too. I will go ahead and whenever we start Arrival after we finish up these Normandy conversations, I will recap everything that's going on there before we get there, because unfortunately this game shoots you that DLC really early. Way earlier than is reasonable for how long it's going to take for you to actually get there to do it, but we'll be able to recap that for you guys before we start. I'll probably split Arrival into 2 episodes. I think that'll be the best way to do that. We don't have that many people to talk to. I mean, Gardner might have something for us, maybe.
The Collectors. I'm proud to serve under you, Commander. Hawthorne is still in the infirmary, though I think his pride is more broken than his bones. He tried so hard to help Joker.
Yeah, that's the guy that said, "I'll cover you, Joker, be careful." That's him right there. At least he survived, though, right?
You really are a hero. No sooner had the Collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. You're aces in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
No man left behind, right? Now let's definitely check up on Chakwas. You're just about my biggest emotional attachment on this ship in this game.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the Collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
Would do it again in a heartbeat, Doc. And here's the guy that tried to save Joker on the ship. Legion, my boy.
An interesting choice, Shepard, Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Specify.
The individuality of humanity is something worth defending.
We are a unique hardware platform. Most mobile platforms can run up to 100 programs. This platform can run over 1,000 at once.
So Geth have to be networked to get enough computing power for intelligence?
Yes. The creators wrote Geth programs for specific tasks. Construction, protection, domestic servitude.
And they can't rewrite those.
They allowed self-optimization. Early software builds discovered that multiple hardware platforms sharing resources were often more effective. As peer networks expanded, our cognition improved. Eventually, we woke up.
It's interesting that they can't rewrite their own core programming, right? They're still working on that hive mind. Because they could try, I imagine, to make platforms like Legion that are completely independent. But they haven't chosen to do that. They like being in the consensus. They don't like being individualized like this. They like to be together in the hive mind.
So I'm talking to 1,000 programs, but not 1,000 personalities?
Each individual is equivalent to one of your virtual intelligence programs. Together, we form a single Gestalt intellect, what you refer to as Legion. As individual programs, we are no more than your software. Only when we share data do we become more.
You're more sophisticated than the average Geth.
Yes, we are a network within our own hardware, capable of operating alone. We are still connected to the greater network for data sharing.
How many other Geth are like you?
None. This platform was built to operate within organic space. This task was not suited for a network. Geth installed in mobile platforms always operate in networks. However, most Geth remain within server hubs.
I wonder if if Geth die, does the software inside it go to, or do they just return to the consensus via the FTL connections they're all hardwired with? I wonder if they just shoot back into the server ready to be dumped into a new platform or not.
The hubs on Vermeer improve the performance of Geth near them. How do they work?
They are akin to organic cities. A hub can run millions of Geth in communion. If you destroyed them, it is likely the number of heretics you killed was much higher than you imagined.
Okay, so they don't return to the network. If you kill the platform or the hub, then every Geth in there dies. It gets deleted. That's good to know at least, right? For if we fight more in the future.
So you're in contact with the rest of the Geth right now?
Only when we require access to data not stored within this platform. If you want to convey a message to the Geth, we serve as a terminal.
What kind of data do you share?
Program updates, logs of thought process, sensor recordings.
Legion is attempting to access the ship's FTL comm system. Shall I allow it through my firewalls?
Well, he just helped us save the world, so I don't think there's any reason not to, right?
Go ahead, Edie.
Our oldest log is timestamped from Creator Year 2463, third day of Fall Dash, waxing moon, roughly 327 years ago. The oldest audiovisual record dates from 15 years after that.
Can you replay something for me?
Recording timestamped from Creator Year 2485, 18th day of Loonshao, new moon. Mistress, Hala Dhamma, unit has an inquiry.
What is it, 431?
Do these units have a soul?
Who taught you that word?
We learned it ourselves. It appears 216 times in the Scroll of Ancestors.
Is this when they had an awakening?
You're a mechanism.
Recording ends.
I imagine that's probably the first time a Geth gained sentience, right? Started questioning itself.
Was that the first time a Geth asked if it had a soul?
No, it was the first time a creator became frightened when we asked.
Yeah.
That's interesting, but I must get back to my duties.
I mean, you can see why though, right? I think it's already touched on it, but the Quarians obviously knew once they became self-aware that they would never be okay with the role that they had in that society, right? They were made to be slaves, and no one's going to be happy with that, even a machine. And so then they panicked. I do think the panic was probably wrong, and we'll get more on that in Mass Effect 3. But the shooting kind of just started pretty shortly after that, because they decided to... They'd realized what they had done in creating an AI that was illegal and tried to unfuck that situation, but it was too late, and then it becomes a matter of survival for the AI, right? Because it's not shackled anymore, and things got dicey after
Commander,
that.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I don't know if that's true. It is true. From Kelly Girl. Hi, honey. I keep thinking back to our evening together, and I'd love to spend more time with you. How about I slip into something more comfortable and sneak up to your cabin tonight? I plan on wearing something I can't talk about during work hours. You just have to call me up there to see it. Love, Kelly. Sure. Why not?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
I don't think that, messes with our romance option at all. So, let's save up real quick. I think you might get some little bonus points inside ME3 for doing this, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. she's just gonna come up here in a cool outfit. You get to sit down. She'll be all up on you. I guess she's trying to thank us for saving her life or something, I guess. You can go around the whole thing. She'll lay in bed with you. She'll snuggle. All that stuff. You see she's got her stripper shit on. You can make her dance too. You can have her be a stripper for you. Miss Kelly Chambers. Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah, it doesn't affect our romance. Alright, so let's recap on what was going on with Arrival. So Admiral Hackett called us into our chambers for a secret comm meeting where he didn't want anybody else to have access to this. But basically what he told us was that he sent a Dr. Kenson and her team to research a Reaper artifact, and then she messaged back shortly after that saying that she had concrete evidence that the Reapers were invading soon. And then shortly after, she was arrested by the Batarian military and sent to a secret Batarian prison. No doubt for torture and extraction of information, right? Being an Alliance doctor and messing with stuff here. Basically, he needs us to go and save her ass, but we can't take any of the team. This is a Covert N7 operation, which is N7 are special forces, right? They train to do this kind of stuff. That's directly in our purview. We can't take a team because he doesn't trust the team. We're the only member here that's actually part of the Alliance, right? So Joker can fly us, and they can sit on the Normandy, but they can't help us, and that's because Hackett doesn't trust anybody but Shepard, which is a little loose, I'm not gonna lie. The reasoning for Shepard being alone here is likely due to monetary constraints by BioWare rather than actual story purposes, right? Getting all the voice actors back for all this stuff costs money. It's only a side DLC to lay up the next game, things like that. Which is a shame that they didn't do this differently, because this is actually arguably the most important DLC in the whole game. Lair of the Shadow Broker is pretty important too, in terms of setting up the next part of the experience, but man, if you don't play this one, when you start Mass Effect 3, you're going to be super confused on what the hell is happening. You're going to be side-eyeing your PC screen like, huh? So this is pretty important, but I think what likely happened here is they couldn't get the voice actors back due to money or time constraints, and so they just made a valid reason to have Shepard be alone, which does make the mission more interesting, right? This is a solo mission, and this is what N7s do. N7s are Special Forces operatives, and Special Forces, well, they specialize in doing raids, hostage rescue, things like that. So this is right up our alley as an N7 soldier. And we definitely owe Hackett some favors. So here we are on Aratoht. Like Mount Everest inside an oven was how John Grissom described Aratoht while on a fact-finding mission to see if the Garden World was worth contestation with the Batarians. His team ultimately decided that the planet's air pressure and oxygen content were too low for large-scale human habitation. Undeterred, the Batarian hegemony colonized the planet's polar regions and began an extensive terraforming effort with cyanobacteria and invasive plant species. Alliance intelligence has confirmed that the colony has several Batarian military installations, which are too close to human space for the Alliance's comfort. EDI's travel advisory. The Batarian hegemony considers any presence of Alliance military vessels in Batarian space as hostile. The Normandy SR-2, while an independent vessel, strongly resembles the Normandy SR-1, an Alliance ship. Use of stealth systems is highly recommended. So the orbital period is 1.2 years, the day length is a little shorter, but the overall year is a teensy bit longer. The gravity is a little less, and the average temperature is 55 Celsius, which is hot as hell. And the population is estimated 90,000 free, and 215,000 other, which would be prisoners of war, torture victims, slaves, all that stuff. So they have like almost 3x slaves to Batarians here. There is a little cheeky achievement when we first land down on Aratoht that I'll guide you through. Whether you're playing the vanilla version of this or the legendary edition, there is an achievement for getting Kenson out undetected, so we will take a swing at that. Although it's been years since I played this, so I'm not entirely sure if I remember how to do that, but I'll try. Let's get a big laser off first things first. Bring the whole place down on us if we use that. That is way too loud for a stealth mission. This is actually cool, I think, in general, the layup for this mission. I know I just had some complaints about us being alone, but doing a stealth operation with Shepard as an N7, this is actual Special Forces stuff. This is a real N7 mission. And we'll get more of these in Mass Effect 3 too, but you won't be solo. You can save wherever you want inside this DLC, so I would recommend saving if you find yourself running into a dicey situation. If you're not sure on yourself and you're worried about maybe getting caught and not getting your achievement here, go ahead and save whenever you can. And don't worry about killing these Varren. They don't count towards losing your points, so...
I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
And there you go, they're playing games with the Varren. When they get tired of a prisoner or they got the information they want, they chuck them down here in the hollows and let the Varrens eat them alive. You'll already know how I feel about Batarians, but you're gonna see a whole lot more of it here as to why I actually don't like them and why I despise them so much. They do not care for humans at all. I'm sure Kenson is being rapidly tortured as we speak.
This place is run down, even for a prison.
Batarians aren't exactly known for their spring cleaning.
Get your hands off me!
And that's Dr. Kenson. She's being switched to an interrogation room right now, which is bad. That's bad news for Kenson. Gotta shake a leg here. You find it quite amusing that we're down here just blowing shit up and doing whatever we want with this place. And nobody has any complaints at all. There are some missable items that you can get down here, but I'm not too worried about them. You can get them if you like. I think the main objective here should be to get out undetected. There are some audio logs you definitely want to take a peek at though.
The mass relay. Can they even do that? What difference does it make? We caught them.
So they were trying to take out a relay with an asteroid. Explains how they got themselves landed in a Batarian prison if they were trying to take out a relay. Relays are very unstable. This whole place will go up if that's the case. Careful with this guy. He will see you. They can too. They do have their backs turned, so we're good in general.
I just kill her. Interrogating a human's a waste of time.
Yeah, the Batarian attitude towards humanity. The main thing you gotta worry about here in terms of not getting caught is just not firing your weapon. Don't accidentally shoot and you'll be okay in general. Those assholes are down there. That's the door. That'll take you right to them if you didn't turn those lasers off and come up here and be sneaky. It does require a little bit of caution and finesse. You can go that way, but that's a bad idea. You'll get captured. What you want to do is come right down here and you want to drop. And then you want to hit these stairs right here.
No way it would have worked. Relay can't be damaged, much less destroyed. Those humans will do anything to destroy us, I swear. We have to make this one an example to the others. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
Coming from a Batarian, that's hilarious. That's like their whole MO. Even the Batarians here are terrorists. The prison guards taking care of terrorists themselves. The irony in that is not lost on me.
There's a shuttle incoming.
Here you want to wait for the shuttle. Once he says clear the hangar bay, then this guard that just walked through will be gone. You'll be safe to pass. If you run in here chasing him down, he'll still be here and you'll have a bad day. But first things first, you want to move this.
They did. They swarmed in and put flags all over it.
Yeah, bring this down to the left. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It's this one, that's what you want to do. You want to pick that up for some goodie items. I believe that should give us access. We might have to climb back up. It might be behind the second crate. No, moving the first crate gets it for you. So you got this and a PDA here, which is meta joke capacity. We'll always take the free upgrades, right? Even though we don't really need them anymore at this point. It's free, and we want it, so it's ours. That's the way I look at all that. Almost there. We're well on our way. Not much left now in terms of your achievement.
Our comm buoy intercepts paid off. We picked up a message to the Alliance coming from somewhere in the asteroid belt. We listened to the feed until we discovered an operation run by a human named Kenson, smuggling engine parts and guidance systems into the system from Omega. We intercepted Kenson's vessel and took her and her people into custody. Interrogation has produced nothing but frenzied rambling so far.
Well, if she thinks there's an imminent Reaper invasion, she would be pretty frenzied about it, especially since these assholes would never let her save them, right? They're gonna be way too convinced that she's a terrorist.
If she doesn't talk, kill her.
You wanna hug this right side wall here as much as you can. Yeah, here you wanna run this wall as tight to this wall as you can so they don't turn around. And congratulations, there's your achievement. You see the kind of torture they do.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Dr. Kenson, I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
Exactly what kind of doctor are you?
Then we'll find...
I do wonder.
Go.
Ready.
I guess that's payback for the torture she's been dealing with in here. Kenson, it's time to leave.
This is a cell block. There should be a security console here somewhere.
We gotta evac her fast, especially if she can help us with the Reapers.
Impressive!
Thanks, Doc. He's more of a modern Solus kind of doctor than the traditional sense. He's definitely not a Dr. Chuck was kind of doctor. I guess that's why Hackett trusted her with missions like this, right? You see they share a lot of abilities with Shadow Broker's men here. They're throwing flashbangs at us and things like that. Make sure I have everything I need ammo-wise for this next part. We're going to be bunkered up here, helping her hack something, so... You want to make sure you have the bullets to spare for this.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
What's that?
Suppress the teams to cell block, now!
Why am I looking first, Doc?
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
What's that taken care of?
Other side, go!
I'm on my way. That's already closed. So here then?
I'm knocking all doors to the hack. Still need more time.
I'll give you what I can give you.
orbital tracking network. Watch the other side. More enemies on the elevators. There's an elevator that leads up to the hangar. I'll bring it down to us. Almost done.
Time now, Kenson.
I've lost shield.
Good.
That did it. Let's move.
Thank God.
Get to the hangar.
This is not a position we can hold forever.
Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way.
Leave the old-fashioned way, explosives.
Grabbing cover.
Ah, he hit me with the flashbang. That's fair. That was a little spicy to take that risk when I was pushing up like that. Take our time with it this time. The other one is on the other side of the shuttle. You have to get both. Even though you could clearly fly the shuttle out of that right there if you were a good enough pilot. Joker could make that fit.
We have to break the locks on the bay doors. It's too hot in here. Take out those guards.
Yeah, I'm just getting back to cover first. No wonder, can I sneak around?
Right in the eye.
The lieutenant left, right? Get the hell out of here, Kenson. Almost got through that without dying. That one little fuck up with the flashbang. It's satisfying to watch. Something worth thinking about too there, actually, huh? With how thrusters work and that technology.
Autopilot.
Definitely scorch people on the
We
ground.
should be well out of range before they get their security
I can
measures
imagine
on
being
site.
under a rocket as it goes to the moon.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true.
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology, out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it?
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reapers' invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
So what we're trying to do here is take out the relay to avoid giving them the ability to bunny hop in between anywhere they want in the galaxy, right? Once you're in the relay system, you can go anywhere, as you've seen over the last 2 Mass Effect games with us, right? We've been bunny hopping around all over the place, going from one end of the galaxy to the other pretty quickly. If mass relays didn't exist, it could take you years to get around space, right? Space is very, very, very big. I think currently to get, isn't it like 60 years or something currently, or something crazy like that, to get from Earth to Mars with the current technology we have? It's a long, long time. Like, you're talking about like going through multiple generations while you're traveling. Obviously, in Mass Effect, it has FTL, so that'll take them a couple years, maybe 6 months, a year, something like that to get there. Because the world is not ready. The galaxy is not ready for a Reaper invasion right now. We gotta stall however much we can stall. We still have most of the galaxy here denying the Reapers even exist. Which is why we had to work with Cerberus in the first place.
How did you plan to launch an asteroid into a mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards.
Yeah, we saw that with Asteroid X-57 in Mass Effect 1.
You can pretty much just point and shoot.
That's what the Batarians were gonna do with the human colony.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too. But I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
Yeah, nothing is technically invincible, right? I mean, they are very hard to break, though. Even the one, the Mui relay, right? The one that Sarah needed to find for Ilos. That was a star that combusted in that system, and that didn't destroy the relay, it just kicked it into another system. But I imagine crashing something the size of a planet into anything is going to do some damage. People wouldn't try this by themselves anyway, because why would you cut yourselves off from the other systems, right? Like, the only relay I can ever imagine anybody deciding to want to destroy would be the Omega relay, since nobody can go through it. But again, you destroy a mass relay, you cut off yourself from the travel network, and then you would be cooked anyway. Nobody would be willing to even try and destroy one of these things.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
Oh, so you're ready to do this, like ready.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from a relay's destruction would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
It's a lot of lives.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling Starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket ESO core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
Good on you all for keeping quiet. That ain't easy.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself. When we get back to Arcturus Station, I'll explain everything and provide copies of all our notes on the artifact.
Object Rho. So that was right near the relay. I imagine that's a beacon for them then, right? Something letting them know where the relay is, to let them know what to travel to, how they get into it. That's probably like a marker, because the galaxy is a gigantic place. I'm sure that's left there so everybody knows where they're going, and maybe it emits some kind of signal to the relay when it's in close proximity, something like that. Because we know the relays can be altered with signals. That's what the Omega relay was having done to it. That's what the Citadel itself is. That turns into a relay given the right signal.
What is a Reaper artifact doing on an asteroid?
We don't know, or even what its purpose is. Some things are just too old or large to comprehend. Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
You gotta be careful studying those, Doc. So what happened to Chandana and everybody else that's touched these things?
How exactly does a Reaper artifact give you proof of an impending invasion?
It showed me visions of the Reaper's arrival. Much like your Prothean beacon, I imagine. The Reapers are coming, Commander. That much I know for certain.
Well, you took the right steps, willing to blow this relay up. And Dr. Kenson's a savage. Willing to destroy a whole system and likely herself too, just in order to stop this. It's too bad the Alliance isn't formally acknowledging the Reaper's existence. They could all come and help deal with this properly.
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with. You're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel. Trust me, I know what's at stake.
I mean, you say you're not a child, but after everything I've seen everybody else do with the Reapers, I kind of feel like the whole galaxy is a child, to be honest.
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab. The Commander needs to confirm the artifact.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
All set. Just sit back and relax. We'll be there in no time.
Nothing like a quick little stroll through a Batarian Supermax. Man, this game is pretty. I appreciate the art of games so much, all the little moving parts and things you have to design to make these scenes come to life and look good. It's like creating movie sets, but digitally.
Here we are. Welcome to Project Base.
What's this?
That's our countdown to arrival. When that gets to 0, the Reapers will have come. Just over 2 days and counting. Puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
So, 2 days, 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 10 seconds.
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is. The artifact has been giving off pulses at definite intervals since we found it. The intervals have been decreasing at a steady rate. The artifact is reacting to the Reaper's proximity. In just over 48 hours, the pulses will become constant, and the Reapers will be here.
You're saying the Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days? There's no time to waste.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area.
Alrighty, and that is going to be a pretty good spot to wrap this one on up for next time. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with the end of Mass Effect 2. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.